Hey, no, that's not it. Hey, there we go. How's it going? Hey, Jaden. Okay, so I need to do some explaining about why I'm not on camera right now. I have this pretty horrible zit on my head. It's pretty big and it's pretty distracting, and I hate it, and I'm waiting for it to go down. And I don't really want to have myself on camera while I have it. And I was like, oh, I could just go faceless, but I think having something to look at is people like. So I got my stuffed Cthulhu doll right here, and I'm just pointing the camera at that. So if you need a friendly face to look at, here I am. Here's my face right now. Hey, how's it going? Look, okay, you can even move. I'm officially a VTuber right now, I guess. Come on, come on. Here we go. Yay, VTuber! Look at the VTuber. He's friendly and nice and he's cool. Yeah. Yeah. And we're just going to keep that until I feel comfortable getting back on camera. So that's just life now. How's it going, Jaden? No, you said it. Can I play it? Can I play it on stream? Uh, yeah, link it. Go ahead and link it to me, buddy. Okay, let me pull up Twitch here so I can. Anyways, if you had been following my life updates, it's been a pretty, it's been a pretty harrowing few weeks for old Sean. Uh, not exactly a happy. It wasn't exactly a happy few weeks. So, um, uh, I'm, I'm gonna slowly get back into this. I'm not looking to go full time at this yet. But you can look at the little guy. Look at the little guy. Look at my little Cthulhu. I'm innovating. I'm. Oh yeah, right. I wrote. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that was. Nobody's been going through a good time. I am sorry to hear about what you've been going through. Um, yeah, life sucks, doesn't it, Jaden? Why does life just when things are starting to go well, it seems everything goes wrong? The thing I hold out hope for is that, when there's great lows, there is great highs, I guess. And that's, um, I guess that's just life, It's like if you're I always keep to the knowledge that if you are in a very low, depressed moment, that means that there will be a great moment of happiness later on in life. And the depressed moment will only make you appreciate the happiness even more. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, so amazing, Jason. So amazing. Uh, it's almost. It looks almost like a professional drawing of your of Optimus Prime. You gotta get just a job with Hasbro. Where's your, what's, okay, let's see. Oh, yes, there you go. You know, Jaden, if I could give you some advice, you got to get a better at name. User MB7JN3U up. That's very difficult. Let's see. There it is. Okay, let's see. Very nice. Very nice. I want to leave a comment.
Hello.
A comment. I want to leave a comment. Very nice.
Hello. If you guys see my recent video, it's a stop motion. It got decent views. Like, it got my...
Oh, okay, cool. It's like, thank you, Wisebot. Tell me about it. What movie did you see? I wish to hear, what movie did you see? Love my my puppeting, my super intricate puppeting. Look at it. I'm an innovator in this space. I'm the first puppet tuber. See, look. Innovator, innovator, innovator. I'll be no. I'll be afraid of the innovation. Okay. Well, this is such a good video. I'm not gonna play it because I might get in trouble, but I'll link it. This is such a good video. It's so funny. So what was the movie you saw? So I got COVID, and then power went out in our house, and my mom, she still has COVID, so you know, it's been a not great few weeks. It does. It does. Hey, Mia. Astro. Oh, how's it going? Yeah, it does suck. It is not a fun experience to get sick. Um, how's it going? So, Miwafia, you might notice that I made you a mod, and I don't expect you to do. I don't expect you to do anything, but you said that like you get kicked out if people switch to cell phone verification, and I felt bad about that. And if I ever have to do that, I don't want you to get kicked out. So, uh, made you a mod, and Jaden, yeah, you're here all the time. That's what a good mod should do, is be here all the time. So, um, you know, don't really worry about it. If you see if you see like a like just a bot or something you can deal with, feel free to. But don't worry about it. I once made somebody a bot, and oh god, was that kind of like them? That was not a fun time for me. Um, so yeah, yeah. Now I don't know. I haven't seen that guy. We'll see. I hope I never have to deal with that person again. I'm pretty sure it was only fortunate that I put on a much stricter moderation system, and well, somebody did it for me, and then I was going on a trip anyways, so probably got bored, that was, frankly, guys, that was actually quite a depressing time in my life, dealing with that dude. Made me feel, was, I was, very shitty time in my life. That whole thing. Yeah, it seems to be getting good reviews. Um, yeah. So I always think, yeah, the pandemic put me out of the habit of going to the movies. I miss going to the movies. That was my favorite thing in the world, going to the movies. He's pretty good at it. He's pretty good at it. I think I was too mean to him previously. I was rewatching stuff. I was rewatching some stuff he was in. I'm like, you know what? I'm giving him a little bit too much crap. I bet they'll release a PG-13 version, Jaden. I bet they're gonna release one on Disney Plus at some point. Have you? So just give it time. So what's everybody been doing lately? We're Mia, were you here for when I explained what the deal with the the stuff Cthulhu is right now? Um, that I have this kind of huge, horrible zit on my head, and I'm not enthralled with showing people it. I'm waiting for it to go away before I get back on camera. Oh, that sounds like a very good idea. I'm also innovating. I'm innovating as well. I'm figuring. I'm the first. Puppet, puppeteering, puppet tuber. I'm a P tuber. Nope, that sounds bad. I'm a poop. No, just keeps getting worse. Yeah, so I don't know. It's like I wanted to go face. I was just gonna go faceless, and I'm like, you know what? People like having something to look at. You know, even if it's not moving. So I was going. I wasn't doing that. I was like peeing. I was gonna do that. I wasn't doing the obvious poop tuber. I'm going. Anyways. Um. Not Dr. Disrespect. Oh, I'm being relevant. Um. So, did I ruin your mutant marathon? What did I do? What did I do? Mia, what are you working on right now? Oh, sorry. You know, I have distinct memories of watching the original X-Men show, but the one I liked, um, that like when I was your age, that came out was X-Men Evolution. Uh, did you guys ever see? Do people remember X-Men Evolution? The the uh, the 2000s era reboot. I'm, I am 32 years old. I'm not that. I'm fine. I'm not that old. I'm getting progressively older. In 3 years, I'm very nervous because that's like you pass into middle age, and I'm like, ugh. Anyways, but I liked that. I remember. I have very strong memories of that version. I have strong memories of both. I watched both, but when I was a teenager, Evolution was the one that was on. If you've ever, I don't know if it holds up. That's awesome. And Meowth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You have no idea how like obnoxious I find cleaning. Like when I lived alone, dominated my life trying to get my apartment cleaned. Just dominated my life. Everything I would do, like I would like, can I go up? Nope, have to clean.
and just a day later, it would get dirty again. It was just like this never-ending crusade to try and get my stupid house clean. It's always it's just so depressing. And some people tell me, it's like, oh, well, I enjoy it. It's like, well, then come and clean my house. Come over and clean my house if you like it so much. Oh my goodness. Just drove me, just drove me up a wall. I hated it so much. How is the Power Rangers going? Uh, hmm. Let's see. What would, hmm. What would my What would my Marvel hot take be? Oh, Thor: Love and Thunder. That's the best Marvel movie. I just said that to annoy you. I don't know. Um, let's see. I don't know. No, they're fine in that context. There's some people involved with Marvel that bug me, but they're fine in the context of Marvel. Like the Russo brothers who directed like Endgame and the Captain America movies. Like I find quite aggravating outside of Marvel movies. I don't think they've never done anything good outside of Marvel movies. Is my hot take, but nobody cares because it's like they're TV directors. But it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't talk like mad amounts of like trash to everybody else. And it's like, yeah, you technically directed the the second most successful movie of all time, but did you really do that, or was it like? I mean, your TV directors who like, I don't know, they bug me. They bug me. I can't. They have an unearned attitude of our tour. Um, I find the Eternals to be one of the weaker Jack Kirby creations. Um, I guess that's my hot take. Uh, um, okay, you guys want to know what a real hot take is? Uh, okay, I guess this is a hot take because some people disagree with me on this. Yeah. Um, Romance wise, if they stopped, if they decided that they weren't going to get Peter Parker and Mary Jane back together, I wouldn't mind. Uh, Not that I hate Mary Jane and not that I hate the marriage. I actually quite like the marriage, but I've talked about this before. If it's like if they like if they brought if they were just like, listen, we're not doing the marriage anymore. We're just gonna move on. I would be like, because I am so tired of Spider-Man comics. Just like not making a decision about this. I'm so bored of constantly rehashing this one plot point over and over again. I don't care anymore. I just want them to pick a lane and move on because it's ruining. Spider-Man is my favorite character. Is next to maybe Batman is my favorite character in comics, and it's this plot point has made his comics very hard to read because I find them very annoying now. So that's my hot take. I don't know. I have an idea for. Okay, so. Okay, this is gonna be weird. So, the comic. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Okay, so. I have a. Yeah. Well, Batman and Spider Man are good because they're emotionally complex characters, and that can be quite compelling. Kind of what drives them to do what they're doing is filled with a lot of like it's like they're kind of absurd characters, but you recognize I'll say this, like, you recognize those types of people in the real world. Like, Batman is a character, like, yeah, that is compelling. They do have and both Spider-Man's weird. Okay, Spider-Man has good villains, but he has also like a lot of like lame villains. I would or is that I probably shouldn't use that. Like kind of forgettable villains, but he has like okay, Norman Osborn is a great villain. Doctor Octopus is a great villain. Who's like your favorite? Who would you say is like your favorite? Like Z-list villain, like kind of goofy villain. There's a Spider-Man villain. I think he's a Batman villain. I've actually never read it. His appearance. I want to at some point. Called Penny Dreadful. And he's a guy who lives his life like the 1910s. It's very funny. So this is gonna sound bizarre. Ooh, yes, that video is popping off. MCU. Yeah, the MCU. That's easy. We'll see how the new one. I'm hopeful for the new DCU universe the DC universe that's being created, but as of right now, the MCU is just better. It has better stuff in it. The DCEU was it had Wonder Woman, which was okay. The first Wonder Woman movie was pretty good. And then nothing. No, that's not fair. The Suicide Squad movie was great. The second one, the James Gunn one, was great. Peacemaker was really good. You might sense a through line of the ones I like are the ones James Gunn was in charge of. Coincidentally, Guardians of the Galaxy was, I think, either that or the Spider-Man movies are my favorite MCU movies. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, my kingdom for just a normal Superman movie. Yeah, I'm sick of evil Superman movies. Well, because part of the problem with like evil Superman is like, okay, so the problem with the DCU, I think, if I could for just a second, is that it's pretty much a remake of Superman 2, the original Superman 2 movie. Um, and it's like the thing about that is like all the Superman movies that they've made since the original Superman movies way back in the 70s have all the live action ones they've attempted have all just been a remix of the Superman movies. Like that's all they've done. Like Superman Returns was even supposed to be just a sequel to Superman 2, and it's like it's not. No, I don't like that. I like those original movies quite a lot. I have quite a lot of affection for those original movies, but it's like, yeah, yeah. Like Zack Snyder was like, I think there's some merit to Zack Snyder as a filmmaker. I don't. He frustrates me greatly, but I think there's some merit to him as a filmmaker. Uh, I don't. I don't know if this is something like his fan base would accept. He was the absolute wrong choice for Superman. I think even like if you got him to like speak honestly, he would admit that he was a bad choice for Superman. I I I don't. He was maybe the single worst choice for Superman out of all the big name directors that were being tossed around. I have no idea why they picked him. Yeah. Yeah, no, he's such a bad pick for Superman. Um, I don't know which. I mean, there is one director I know definitively would be of young people are here, so I'm trying not to curse. Are like a perfect choice for Superman, but I don't know. They'll never get him. Uh, yeah, he would have been an okay pick for Batman. I don't know. I don't think I would have loved his Batman movie, but he's a better pick for Batman than he is for Superman. And so here's my pick. Only director that has ever made sense for me. Can never get him. Can never get him to do Superman because he's too big of a deal. He won. It's like he can make any movie he wants. Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg should direct a Superman movie. Steven Spielberg would be the absolute perfect filmmaker to make a Superman movie. He will never do one because he's just too big of a deal. He's like he's essentially the king of films. So no, I don't. I've never been super. I don't know. I have friends who really like 300, and I don't know. He was just such a bad pick for Superman. I didn't. I think people would agree with that. He's a better guy for like Batman, or like I was thinking. I think he'd be like a fun like. There's a superhero called Deadman. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He'd be really good for like Deadman or ironically, okay, here's the thought process. Here's the thought process. He should have directed the Black Adam movie. Zack Snyder would have been perfect for Black Adam. That would have fit his style so much better. I don't know why like that wasn't a thought process. But it's like I don't know. DC did this thing where it's like they just I don't know. Yeah. 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 I love Star Lord. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I'll say it. I'll say it. They're the exact sort of movies I want out of like They're like in my mind the perfect blockbusters. And I know people are like a little burnt out on superheroes, but like they're the perfect blockbuster films, and I that's exactly what I want out of a big blockbuster is something like that. I kind of wish that George Miller got to direct his Justice League movie. George Miller. Hey Jaden. Okay. So random question. Are you on your computer? Ah, okay. Is anybody here on their computer? No worries. I learned of a hack for YouTube, but you need to be on your computer to increase your numbers on YouTube. But you need to be on your computer to do it. So I wanted to try it out. If anybody's curious, you both you yeah, you're gonna go wild for his DC stuff, and you're allowed to see it. Jaden, I'll throw this out there for you. The DC stuff he's already made is really cool. It is not appropriate for you to see, but it is really cool. Um, I think it looks pretty good. Uh, it's who's I can definitely see that he's taking after the Jim Lee redesign. So I think it looks pretty good. I think it'll look better in action. Um, but I like it. I like the guy that they picked. I think the casting has been really good so far. Um, yeah, he's not talking about super. Oh, maybe he is, but there are a lot of reboots that are quite aggravating. I think that don't need to happen, but uh, there's been good the problem is there's been enough good reboots that it's like we'd miss out on a lot of good things if they didn't. But I don't know. Like the reboots, I think that Yeah, exactly. I think the general rule is if the movies are bad, you should be allowed to reboot them. That's my thought. Uh I don't know if you've seen. There's been some quite bad reboots though, of like stuff that really didn't need to be rebooted. Um, and it's like I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think of stuff that was poorly rebooted. Um, and I'm trying to think of stuff that was poorly rebooted that you would have seen, and I can't think of anything you wouldn't know anything about. There was this like Australian movie called Picnic at Hanging Rock that they did a miniseries reboot of, like, and it's like Picnic at Hanging Rock is a beautiful movie. Probably one of the best movies of the '90s. Definitely one of the best Australian movies ever. And I don't see the need to reboot that. I know it's based on a book, but I don't know why they made that a miniseries. And there's been a few they've done where it's like absolutely classics. And it's, yeah. I mean, at least with Power Rangers, it's like, Power Rangers is like an anthology show. So it's like they don't really need to touch it. They can just make a new Power Rangers team. They don't need to touch the old ones. They can just make a new one and not have to worry about previous continuity. Um, you know, I feel like those are easier to reboot, like stuff like that, where it's just like an anthology, so it doesn't really need any sort of reboot. Like you just do a new story. You don't need to touch the old continuity. Just like not to go off on a tangent here. It bugs me a little bit that like Star Trek. Uh, so the new Star Trek stuff gets a lot of crap thrown at it that it does not deserve, and it's so depressing that we have to have these continuous talks. But it's like uh, Star Trek is a fairly easy show to keep rebooting because you just need a new crew and ship, and I don't understand why that isn't happening. That bugs me that they're just not making a new crew. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. It's so funny. Have you read the comics, Jaden? That they've been putting out. They're actually surprisingly quite good. I mean, I did, Jaden, when I was like 10. I don't really remember much about it. I know. I was very obsessed with Power Rangers when I was a kid. Oh. Well, have your parents get you a comic? Wait. No, 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 no. This is ridiculous. Get a Comixology. Have your parents get you a Comixology subscription. Jaden, have your parents get you a Comixology subscription. It's like $4.99 a month, and you can read a ton of comics through it. Because for a monthly fee you can read like thousands of different comics, like including the Power Rangers comics, which I read, which is part of the subscription. It's yeah. Also, Yeah. I also yeah yeah. Uh, Also, you should get DC Unlimited and Marvel Unlimited or whatever the DC. Get those two as well, and then you can read pretty much any comic Marvel and DC has made in like the past like 50 years, 90 years even. Oh, Jaden, you're really gonna like the comics then. I don't want to spoil anything, but you're gonna really like the comics. I don't want to. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you're gonna really like the comics. Trust me. I don't know Sean Levy. Sean Levy. I don't know how I feel about Sean Levy. Sean Levy directed Deadpool and Wolverine. He's, he's not. I never consider like I don't go out of my way to see a Sean Levy movie, but I've liked several things he's done. I'm just looking at his. Okay, let's see. Here's his executive producer on all these. Let's see. Yeah, he directed Free Guy. Yeah. Which, okay, if I could go into a slight digression about Free Guy. Free Guy was a movie that was playing while I was in the hospital once. And that is a very funny, very sharp movie that is absolutely wrecked by having way too many cameos. And I'm not talking like cameos from like Chris Evans or something. It's like people are like the Chris Evans cameos. No. Let me tell you what the problem with that movie is. It's the non-stop cameos from Twitch streamers. And I'm aware I'm being like a hypocrite in it. I'm aware I'm being a hypocrite in it, that like, because I'm a Twitch streamer. But let me tell you, if I could, let me tell you, none of these people know how, and I'm even kind of a fan of a few of them. None of these people know how to act. They're all terrible actors, and so much time is spent with them. I'm going to throw it out there. I'm throwing shade. Okay? Ninja is a terrible actor. And he gets kind of a decent amount of screen time. He is a very, very bad actor. And you could easily cut him out and the movie would be better. That's my opinion of Fall Guy. That it was an interesting movie that gets ruined by too many stupid cameos from social media influencers. Yeah, I'll say it. He's a bad actor, and he's a bad actor. Well, because Sean Levy, I'm looking at Sean Levy, the director of Deadpool and Wolverine, also directed The Free Guy, and I'm looking at his IMDb, and that irritated me. He has some good. Date. Oh, I liked Date Night. I thought that was a fun movie. Like, he has some decent stuff. He has Real Steel, Date Night. The original Night at the Museum wasn't bad. I think the sequels are a little bit. Free Guy was. I had my problems with, but. Sean Levy, the director of Deadpool and Wolverine. I asked. I looked him up, and I'm like, oh, that irritates me immensely. Well, it's my stream. I can talk about what I want. Guardians of the Galaxy one is probably my favorite. Although I do like two. Although I do, I have rewatched the original Iron Man a few times. That's a pretty fun one. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy is something that has emulated. I was quite influenced by writing wise. So the Guardians movies first. I notably, I I was a fan. I was okay, okay, okay. Listen to me on this. So let me explain something about Guardians of the Galaxy. When it was coming out, everybody was saying, "Oh, these are no-name characters. This is never going to be a hit," and I was the only one in my social group saying, "No, trust me, this is going to be a hit. I know it's going to be a hit. I was certain it was going to be a hit." I was the only one. I was the only one who was pretty sure it was gonna be a big hit. And nothing. I have never been smugger in my life than when it was a hit. Because Jaden, I was a fan of the original comics. I knew the comics beforehand. I had been reading them quite intensely. Yeah, exactly. Boom, they're the most popular characters ever. I was right. I've never been more. Yeah. So. I was quite smug when that happened. Although I do like the Spider-Man movies. Although Robert Downey Jr., I think, gives the best performance, one of the better performances, in the canon. Although I have a great affection for, I'm the only one who seems to like this movie quite a lot. I have a great affection. Tell me about this argument. I have a great affection for the original Captain America movie. You know, it's like the most pure example of like diesel punk pulp action ever committed to screen. I also like Joe Jackson as a director, the director of that one. Fun fact: I met Joe Jackson. I've met Joe Jackson. I met Joe Jackson once before. I really liked it. He had an earlier movie called The Rocketeer that I was quite a big fan of. So, I think I'm getting his name right. Joe Johnston. Sorry, Joe Johnston. Joe Jackson was somebody else. Tell me about this argument. Joe Johnston. I like Joe Johnston as a director. I met him once. I say met. I have. He's. Has he done anything since Captain America? Oh no! Oh, okay. Let's see. This doesn't sound like it was a big hit. It seems okay. Let's see. Yeah, he seems to be. Oh, he also directed. I didn't know he designed the Iron Giant. Oh, that's so cool. I'm just looking at. Oh, ad. At least it's an ad from my end. So Joe Johnston is he was I bet he's done like production work and stuff. I really liked Captain America: The First Avenger. It's like people who know me know that sort of stuff I get quite into. I need to do more. I need to start doing more reviews of those. But I would. It has a very similar tone to a series I quite like, Hellboy. I know you people, you and one other person have been asking me to do more reviews of Hellboy, and I would very much like to. I just listen. I kept getting sick, and then Power, and then oh my god, that's such a classic scene. Oh, I still want to play it, but I think there's no. I don't think I can for a variety of reasons. Alright. Did you watch Fairly Odd Parents, Jaden? Did you watch Fairly Odd Parents? You know that Poof is back, right? I haven't seen the new show, but because I'm not getting Paramount Plus, but Poof has officially returned, and he's cool now. Well, the reboot is out. The reboot is out, and Poof just officially came back. This is Poof now. He goes by Perry now. Apparently, Poof it's not a particularly good word overseas, so I see why they changed it, and I probably should stop saying it. Okay. Bye. So what was this fight? Why are you getting in fights with grown men? Oh, I should have. Okay. Did you see Saw? I mean, it's better. The Saw is not. Ooh, that's. What? Oh, okay, good. Don't see Saw. No, no! Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, no? Well, sort of. I explained before. I explained before. Okay, so this is temporary. At the moment, my head has decided to break out in this awful, awful zit that is just like dominating the entirety of like my forehead, and I hate it, and it's so distracting. So I'm just we're doing a temporary puppet tubing. We're doing some temporary puppet tuber stuff until it goes away. Look at him though. He's so cute. He's so cute. Look, he's a little puppet guy. Technically, he's a stuffed toy that I got at Comic-Con a dozen years back. Anyways. And technically he's a stuffed Cthulhu doll. But anyways. No. I want to try something out. Are you on your computer? Yes. Okay. Let's try. Can you? I want to see if this can work. I mean, if you're... I've learned of an error, like a YouTube issue, a thing with YouTube, and I want to see if this actually works. Jaden, go to bed. Please, Jaden, go to bed. Don't stay up on my account. Oh, why is it still listed? Okay, I'm going to turn on. Let's see. Okay. So here's the deal. No. Supposedly, according to a video I watched by the Spiffing Brit, YouTube cannot differentiate between separate windows being opened, watching a thing, and separate computers watching a thing. So theoretically, if you start watching the YouTube stream on several different computers, in several different separate tabs, it'll all count as views. Does that make sense? So the idea is you open up the stream in several tabs, and see if this works. Because suppose now this may have been a thing that's been fixed, because there was a video I saw that exposed it. But a guy did it and got up to like 50,000 views doing this trick, so we'll see if this works. And I will do it. I'm going to do it myself. We won't do it too much if it works, but we're just going to... Let's see. They might have patched it. Darn it. Wait. No. Are you doing it? It does work. I'm up to 9 views now. Because I'm doing it too. I'm doing it on my laptop. Let's see. Or maybe people are just legitimately watching. But no, wait. Look, it's on my thing, it's jumping up. I'm up to 10 views. I think this might be working. I think it look. Look, I'm up to 10K. No. Do you see it? It's up to 15 views now. Okay. We can't do it too much because then they'll catch us, but we can juice the views by doing this just a little bit. Because it'll look too suspicious. It'll look too suspicious. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, the guy had like he. Oh my god! Oh, it works! Holy heck, it works! I have a computer. I have a computer downstairs. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go down and do. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna go. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm gonna open. I'm gonna open up a few tabs down there. I will bring my phone so we can chat. What's the job? That is so awesome. That is so awesome. No, no. That is so cool. How did you get that job? I mean, yeah. I know QA departments are kind of notoriously not well treated in video game land. But it's still pretty cool. I can't believe this. What company is it for? Can you say? Oh my god, I can't believe this is working. Oh, that's cool. I can't believe this is working. Oh my god. I can't believe this is working. Sorry. I feel very sneaky right now. Oh. I'm sure their notes were listened to thoroughly, and no, it's never the QA. It's never QA's fault. It's always the developer's fault. I'm sure they listened to their notes thoroughly. Really? Okay. I'm gonna reduce the number of ones watching right now because I don't want to get in trouble. Let's see. I hadn't heard that. I had heard. I had been following that story. What I had heard is based. Oh dang! Oops. There is. I will say. I I will say that there is a certain irony in that game bugged me. Can I, if I can speak honestly, I know you're in the industry now. By the way, you're my second friend that is in the industry. I'm making friends all over the place who get into the industry. Um, but do you know that like they own the word cyberpunk now? Crytek, like how garbage is that? Like it's like you should not be able to own that word. Cyberpunk. One, if if I could, if I could, cyberpunk was a term invented by this a short story called Cyberpunk. It was not a term that CD Projekt Red or even the original Cyberpunk game, Cyberpunk 2020, came up with. I did a video once about it. I'm just trying to remember. And that always bugged me. 1983, it was invented by. Yeah, the term was coined by Mr. Bruce Betheke. Yeah. Well, from what I remember, they own it as like a title. Hopefully, it's just in games. But it's ridiculous that that term is owned at all, right? Like that's should be like a jump. Like imagine like somebody copywriting the term war for a video game. Like or something. It's like that's nonsense. Or like warfare for a video game or soldier or ghost or it just yeah. Oh, that's some bullshit. I get like you shouldn't be. It reminds me of I don't know when the Fine Brothers tried to copyright the term React. Do you remember this garbage when they tried to pull that bullshit off? And everybody loves the Fine Brothers. Do you know they sold that channel like a while ago? Like they're not even part of like the team anymore. Like they sold the channel and it's just some like company that runs it now. Oh, the world is missing their sterling comedy. I love it. It's always so funny when like internet people like realize that like no, you don't get to just do stuff like that. It's always so funny when that hits. Like when all the numbers are still going up. I feel so sneaky. I feel so sneaky that we're doing this. I don't know. Maybe people are watching it now, but yeah. Listen, I resent any YouTuber that got popular enough. The problem with like them as a people is like their most popular series with other famous people reacting to stuff. Like people didn't really care about them. They cared about like the kids or the like teens or the YouTubers reacting to stuff. And it's never like so I got on this yeah. Yeah, exactly. So like who cares about them? People want to oh, I'm talking mad shit today. Oh my god. I said a little while back that I think Ninja's quite a bad actor. The streamer Ninja is quite a bad actor, and his presence was not welcomed in the movie Free Guy. Also, not that good of an actor, unfortunately, is somebody who I actually kind of like is Jacksepticeye. I think he's not bad, and he's so bad. He's in it for like 2 scenes or something, 2 or 3, like for like a minute, and oh my god, does he drag down the entire movie? He was in the Ryan Reynolds movie Free Guy. Did you see that? Like, not a bad movie, but the problem with that movie is they overload it with like so many cameos from streamers, and you and they give like it's not just like a quick blink and it miss it cameo. It's like no, they have like lines and stuff, and you like and watching it, it's like oh, turns out a lot of these people can't act all that well. And that's mean, but it's true. It's true. They're very bad actors. Even guys I like Jack. I actually kind of like Jacksepticeye. Not particularly good actor. Jack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that, Jack. You're not. But he gets quite a lot, and Ninja gets quite a lot of screen time, and he is fucking terrible. He's fucking terrible. And the thing is if they cut his scenes out of the movie, it would be a better movie. What are you talking? What? Oh my god, Doctor Disrespect. You knew that was like. I gotta be honest. When the whole thing came out about him, I'm like, yeah, I kind of figured that was what the issue was. Makes sense. Makes sense that that was the whole problem. Listen, I'm aware that I'm maybe behaving quite cringe at the moment right now, but Doctor Disrespect. What the clips I've seen of him is like, he sucks. Like he's the most popular streamer, really? Yeah. The problem with those types of guys is like the Okay, I'm gonna go on maybe sort of a rant of like philosophy, if I could. And please follow me on this for a minute. Okay? Okay, anyway, I'll throw this out there. Dr. Disrespect is the modern day equivalent of Andrew Dice Clay. But Andrew Dice Clay is a much better person than Dr. Disrespect. Okay. So, I have this kind of general theory about people. You know, there's a lot of people, I think, who are like, and I'm gonna, my little toy right here, I'm gonna do it. There's this idea I think a lot of people have that the public facing version of yourself is not your real self. This is a version that you put on for people to like change, to show how you want to be perceived. But here's kind of my thing. If fundamentally, deep down in your soul, the way you act like 24/7 is because you want to be perceived in a certain way, I think says so much about you as a person. The way you want to be perceived by other people says is a fundamental part of your character. That like the version of yourself that you put on, it may not be the total version, but it is like a very strong part of your character that you can do it naturally, and it's something you do quite a lot. So what I'm saying is, like, guys like Dr. Disrespect and a few other dudes, like, they may say it's just a character, but like, the thing is, I don't know, man. If that's all you do every day, all the time, and that's the only thing the public knows you for, and you refuse to be anything else but that, isn't that like you? Like, isn't that you? Like, in many ways, you're that person more than you are the theoretical other version of yourself that you think you actually are. You're the persona, you spend most of your life doing that persona. Like, that, that, that's kind of my thing. Yeah, it's a part of yourself. So, like, what you want to be perceived of is part of you. Like, this is not like some separate entity acting independent. Like, you and this other entity aren't like two people living in the same body. This is fundamentally you doing stuff and trying to be perceived in a certain way. And it's like, I don't know. Does that make sense? The public facing part of yourself is yourself. It's just another side of yourself. And I get frustrated when like there's these people who like do this 24/7 and are like kind of aggressive and gross about it. And they go like, well, it's just a character. And it's like, okay, it might just be a character, but it's you, the version of you that everybody sees. So it's like, I don't, like, in the end, I can only judge you on the actions that you've done in the world. I don't know the real you inside your soul. I will never know the real you. So I have to judge you on what you have done to me in the now. And what you have done to me in the now is be a weird dickhead who was definitely trying to pick up underage girls. I don't. I had. When I started this, I didn't really anticipate getting younger fans. I thought I would get like, at most like maybe college age people and maybe some like older high schoolers. Yeah, well, it's gross and weird, and then you do it just all the time. That's the thing. It's gross and it's weird. I do feel really weird, honestly, about like having like kids pop up here. You know, it does. It puts me on edge quite frequently, and it's like I feel like I have no real control, and like kids will just do whatever they want, and I just feel totally. Um. Anyways, like I never wanted to be a teacher. Oh my god, did I never want to be a teacher? Um. But it's like, but it's like a level. It's like it's not even like a show. It's like, you know, like Matthew Bean is that's his real name, right? Matthew Bean isn't playing like a character in a TV show. He's being that. He's being that character all the time. So it's like, yeah, it might be a character, but it's been your whole life forever. It's the only thing I know you. It's the only thing anybody seems to know you from. And then you behave like it off screen. I don't know. I think of like a guy like. Do you know Pee Wee Herman? I think like. I think of that like that guy played Pee Wee Herman like almost all the time, and like Pee Wee Herman was just an excitable like kind person. Uh, who was just like happy to meet everybody, and he was, and it's like that's the version that he wanted to present himself as. And I'm like, you know, I don't. Like for like almost a decade, he like maybe 20 years, he never showed up as anything else but Pee Wee Herman. Yeah. Or like oh man, I want to play some emo Phil so badly. Oh, I always forget Paul Rubens. I was trying to remember Paul Rubens. Oh, oh man. Oh, now that bums me out. Right, I forgot Phil Hartman co-wrote that. I always forget that he was involved in that. Man, I loved Phil Hartman so much. So depressing. Do you know who Phil Hartman was? I don't know. This is the thing where I'm older and I know these sorts of people. Um, Simpsons. You've seen The Simpsons, right? Tell me. No! Oh my goodness, no. Lovely person. I love. Well, you know. Uh, great person. I love Phil Hartman. No, 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 no. Had a bizarre death that is I've forever been very sad by. He played Troy McClure and Lionel Hutz. He was the voice of Troy McClure and Lionel Hutz. He was also in one of my favorite shows. He was also in one of my favorite shows of all time, News Radio, where he was Bill in News Radio. I don't. Oh, there he is, right there. I've done zero writing. Oh well. Legendary comedian, like legendary. He had a very legendary run on SNL. He was one of maybe the best SNL we'll do right. Yeah. Well, he was one of the best. He was one of the best SNL cast members they ever had. Very tragically, he died. Uh, he was murdered. Very tragically, he was murdered. Um, it's like the most bizarre death and like comedy. It's just like, yeah, he was. Man, I hate how that ends. Like for him. So basically, what happened is, now according to reports, he was kind of distant in his like personal life, and he would just like after when he would come home, he really wouldn't talk to anybody. He would just kind of go into his study to relax. And you know, it might make him sort of a distant person in his life. But okay, so he had been divorced twice, and he was on his third marriage. Not kind of standard Hollywood stuff. And you know, I got into an argument online with somebody over this, and I'm like, okay, so what had happened was he had met his third wife, and she was an aspiring actress and model, and he at this point was a successful comedian with a kind of with a big career, and he was trying to help her get famous, but it was just not happening, which sucks. But the real problem comes in that she started using cocaine again. Like she started using drugs quite severely, and people were like, "Well, he was so distant in the marriage." I don't know, man. It kind of sounds like she had fallen hard off the wagon, and he didn't really know what to do with that. And because like what had happened is he said, because the story goes at least is he said, either you get off the drugs or I'm leaving you. And that night she came in and shot him, and then shot herself. So it's like, and I got into an argument with somebody about this. That it's like, well, you know, he was kind of mean with it, and I'm like, man, she killed him. Like that, I don't know, man. That's pretty bad. Murdering murdering the father of your children because he wanted. Yeah, kind of me, but also like I'm gonna be honest, kind of a reasonable thing that he was frustrated with, that she was heavily using drugs again, and very possibly the reason he was distant was because she was heavily using drugs. They had two children. They also had two children at the time, and it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That sounds like a reason for being very distressed as a person. Yeah, and it doesn't really like justify the murder part. I don't know. This was a very obnoxious conversation I got into where it's like, no, I think the person who did the murder is maybe the one who did the bad thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was, I believe it was cocaine and heroin. Anyway, this is like such a nightmare thing. I can't believe I brought it up in my dumb little like, with my dumb little like stuffed toy avatar that I'm doing right now. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, Phil Hartman is great. He was maybe, besides like a few others, I think he's like, if he's not like the top 5 SNL cast members, like in the list of top 5 ever SNL cast members, it's like that's a bad list. And I don't know. Have you ever seen News Radio? No, no. Yeah. Fine. Fine. Fuck it. It's a good show. If you're gonna. There. Okay. I don't know. There. I'm gonna cut it off though before. There we go. There. It's cut off. I don't know. It's. Listen, I, as a kid who was very into like comedy, and I still am. Truth be told, I've actually gotten quite insecure about like showing up on camera. As a, I don't know, I've honestly been considering switching over to being a VTuber. I don't know, I still might be. But whatever. Just continue. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. That troll actually kind of really did traumatize me as a person. And it's been hard for me to like. The thought of doing these things has filled me with so much like dread and fear that I've been insecure really about being on screen again. But I don't know. Screw it. Whatever. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's flying to the sun. Anyways. It's fine. No, I mean, I loved Phil Hartman. I loved, I don't know. I love SNL, but it's also like, so like the thing with like SNL is that it's like, I don't know. Well, here's the thing. If you think about SNL is a place where all like a lot of really great comedy people eventually come from. Like so many like really kind of amazing people get their start as SNL cast members. So it's important for that. Yeah, if like if you want to know like kind of the important names in American comedy, like North American comedy, let's say, because there's a lot of Canadian cast members. SNL is kind of essential. Like even from like its original like lineup, you know, you had like Chevy Chase, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi were all original cast members. And up to like now, pretty much, like I think of like a guy like Bill Hader and stuff like that. Who, you know, I love Bill Hader so much. Yeah, he's like one of my new favorite comedian guys. So it's important. I don't know. Like, there's some really great sketches that I love. Well, okay, so the thing with like SNL is that if you've never seen it, it's based around a celebrity. So it's a sketch show, and every week it's on. A big celebrity guest will host it and appear in like sketches along with the cast members. So it gets kind of it's like so you know so you'll have and there's always a gaggle of celebrities that do particularly well in SNL, so much so that they become like almost like unofficial members of the cast. Like Christopher Walken is quite famously does quite well in SNL. Alec Baldwin, of course. And so that was the thing. But then they started doing this weird thing, like with like political people, where they would have really famous people come in to play political figures. And it's like, instead of like the cast, which was always like bugged me, and this is a thing they didn't used to do. Like, this is a new thing that has been appearing. Yeah. Do you ever go on The Onion, by the way? Yeah. But also like um SNL, it's not. Oh yeah, that's man. I'd love to play. There's some really good ones. I like this. I like this article that they're doing. I like this article. This one's funny because Glenn Powell is doing really well this summer. 78% of Americans too distracted by politics to appreciate the summer Glenn Powell was having. Really. So this is some. This is people. You know what's funny is that people don't really get the Stan Kelly thing as much as they should. So I don't know, maybe the bit with Stan Kelly is like the single most obnoxious, worst cartoonist in the world, who has like horrible boomer opinions about everything. Which I know I just went on a big diatribe against that, but it's The Onion, and people should get that it's a bit. Anyways, Jesus Biden, what the hell are you doing? I have a book of his comics. I have a collection of his. Let's see. Oh man, there's so many great Onion. Let's see. Well, the problem is I can't play them because then I get in trouble. Super Happy Fun Ball is a really good one. Oh, that's such a good one. Oh, Dissing Your Dog. That one's okay. There's a funnier one where it's I wonder if I can get away with showing this one. Community, where it's Community but Sonic. Okay, let's see. How many hours have been going? Ah, no, I'll get called. I'll give you a link. Damn it! It's just I get so. Partly because we, we may have fudged the numbers just a little bit. I will give you the. I'm going to give you the link. I'm going to give you the link, AC. Partly because the numbers are going to be really good on this stream, so I don't want to screw that up. I don't know. Do you still have tabs open? You don't have to keep them open if you don't want to, but if it's messing up your internet. It still says we have 7. I don't know. I close. Yes, good. Keep them open. If it's too annoying, feel free to close them. But good. Sorry. Jimmy Carter becomes second president convicted of felony for sticking up. Sorry. I shouldn't just laugh at Onion articles. Although I do love them. God. You have no idea how much as a teenager I desperately wanted to write for The Onion. The Onion was my favorite website of all time. And they had such a good YouTube channel. It was ridiculous. I applied to be part of The Onion. I legit applied. I think once or twice I applied to be part of The Onion. I never got it. I started up my own website, ripping The Onion off because I wanted to be part of The Onion. Oh man. If I wasn't worried about getting copyright striked, I would play a few of these because they're almost all of them are so good. Oh damn. Get in trouble. Oh, that one is so. These are all so good. Sex House was a scary. That was their web show that they did a web show parodying Big Brother and all that stuff, and Sex House, and it turns into a straight up horror series pretty quickly. Sorry, I'm just oh, that one was so good. Oh, that one was so good. That one was so good. Oh, this one is so good. Sorry. Good. Sorry. That's so... Ninja Parade... Sorry. I'll stop. This is just terrible. This is just me reminiscing about comedy bits I saw. Sometimes all I do is sit down and just watch old comedy things I like. Yeah, remember when I could have fun on streams? That was... And I didn't have to deal with one obnoxious troll constantly screaming obscenities at me over and over again. That was fun. So it's like, the thing is, I feel bad when I play videos like on stream, because it's like, you know, I know I have such a small following, but like I don't want to like take I won't lie, I tried to figure out how to do that. I might have tried to figure out how to do that, but I'm not that sharp with computers. Oh, just randomly talking about bullshit. Weird Al returned after a long hiatus for the first time and released a new song, which was very exciting. I did Google like, and let's see, I'm gonna check out. Oh, it's got a comment. Nice, thank you. I've drawn him like half a dozen more times since this video, and I still can't get him right. Have you seen Smiling Friends? The show Smiling Friends. I love it so much. Man, only way I got my job done, only way I was able to do my job is by just using voice to text nonstop. I would just, like, I just had to. It's the only way I could write as much as I did for that. It's a good show. And it's a rare thing in the internet, is that it's a good show that I like, that is also very virally popular to talk about. So it's like, I love it. So I've made a few videos about it because it's like, oh, people are super into it right now, and I like it, so might as well talk about it. Yeah, that's all you got to do, really. Oh, it's so easy. Like, if you are doing like, I don't know, especially me, right, when I was doing that job, I had, I needed to just constantly be writing, and that was my jam. I love how it says there's like 8 people here. It's so wild. I'm sure it's like, let's see. Yeah. What, you can't just use ChatGPT? I convinced ChatGPT that Clippy. Do you remember Clippy? The little viral assistant. I convinced ChatGPT that Clippy was a real person who had died, and I was supposed to speak at his funeral. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to say? And I was like, well, what am I supposed to say, ChatGPT? Can you write me a funeral response for Clippy? Darn.
I assume you like signed an NDA, right, for ChatGPT, for your job. I'm excited. Yeah. Well, I'm sure they won't let you play any games until. Test any games until. I got into my head this week that I was going to teach myself how to make a video game. And I downloaded Unreal Engine. I downloaded some assets that I was going to play around with. And then I just didn't do it. So then I did it for like an hour or two. And then nothing happened. Don't. Keep your job. Tell me, no, don't. I was trying to figure out if I could like become a, because from my understanding with like QA, right, it's just you just kind of keep playing the game over and over again until you find a bug, right? Like you just keep testing it. It doesn't seem like you need. Do you need program? I'm sure you need programming knowledge for it, but I thought. I don't know. I thought it would be cool. Yeah. I'm sure there's like more to it than that, but like I think that's you just kind of do it over and over again until you find every bug. Well, I have that. Because there's several video game companies out here, like in Austin, and I was like, oh, I could maybe try and apply. Like Austin is a pretty popular place for video game companies to be set up, so I had thought of like trying to apply for jobs out there as a QA tester, because I was like, oh, that's something I could do. That seems like something I might be able to do. But I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Be fun. Or from QA testers I've heard, it's fun for like the first like couple of weeks and it gets quite demoralizing playing the same game over and over again. And like the people don't listen to you. There's a YouTuber I like who was a former QA tester. I don't know if you follow him, Matt McMuscles. He does pretty fun like deep dives into the history of video games. Usually video games that had quite a bad production. Thing I've learned about video game production usually falls into like one of like 2 or 3 categories, and like the biggest one is always like yeah, we know we've decided a publisher or like has said like yeah, we know you were developing for this certain thing, but we've decided that like you're gonna change engines. Is that okay? He did a video about like Sonic Boom, the video game, and he's like, the team had been working to like with like CryEngine, and they were gonna and the initial idea was that they were gonna aim for PlayStation, like next gen consoles and PC. So they were like developing this huge big game, and then it's like
about halfway through, they were like, yeah, we've decided we don't want to do that anymore. Sega was like, we don't want to do this anymore. And you're going to be now developing for the Wii U. Is that possible? That's what you're going to do now, and you only have like a year to do it. So, you know, if you could do that. Yeah. Like, the thing I learned pretty dramatically is like, oh, developing for certain, like, trying to do cross consoles, like, developing for different consoles is really hard and annoying. Um, and it screws it up every time. Um, I've been playing a lot of like I'm not gonna write. I can tell I'm not gonna be writing. I've been playing like a lot of Street Fighters. I've been playing Street Fighter 6 lately. Have you played it? That's a really fun game, Street Fighter 6. Yeah. You want to see my visual novel that I'm making? Okay, so Street Fighter 6 is different though in a weird way. Uh, it's actually what they did is they made it an open world, and like the central premise is with Street Fighter 6 is you create a character, and you can fight literally anybody, like anybody you run across in the overworld, you can fight. Like you can challenge like literally anybody. It's pretty fun. Like you can challenge like random old ladies and mimes and fire breathers. Um, so if you've never, this is Tyranno Builder. I've been goofing around with it. I've never like seriously finished a project in it, but um, that's okay. I'm just doing something. Nice. No. One second. Okay, this is 5. This is why OBS bugs me, because it's very fiddly, finicky sometimes. Okay, there we go. Okay, there, my lovely face. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna stay like an on-camera personality forever, but um. So let's see. No, that's not it. Is it, what was it? Is it test? Yeah, oh yeah, this is test. This is just something, this is a dumb thing I was just goofing around with this. I don't, we'll see. I might. I actually, this is gonna sound goofy. I actually had an idea that I might wear like a lucha libre, lucha mask at some point. Start wearing, for the heck of it, start wearing a lucha mask. But we'll see. Okay. And by the way, there's going to be like a lot of misspellings in this, so just because this was just me fucking around. And using pre-made assets. I didn't make any of these assets. Okay. Breathe. Can you see the stars? There. Oh, what's the word you're looking for? Okay. What are the stars? I don't remember where the I think I figured out all the choices for this, but okay, what are the stars? They're the forge of the universe. Up. Wait, who is that? What's your choice? She was a free asset, by the way. Oh, her. I'm not ready to talk about us. Us? Fine. Fine. Okay, that didn't work. I have to ask you a question. Is who we are important to you? Yes or no? Is who we are important to you? No. It's the... Oh, fuck. I forgot to put this... Okay. This was me in the pandemic, very bored, just doing bullshit. Okay. It's the Pan American Exposition at the Temple of Music in Buffalo, New York on September 6th in the year of our Lord 1901. And there goes President McKinley. My God, man! Put that gun down! It's my duty as an anarchist to kill him. No, wait. So what's your decision? Is it your duty as an anarchist to kill President McKinley? Or do you wait? And I'm aware this is unfortunately taken on a bit of relevance politically, but... Please don't get me in trouble. This was written 4 years ago. No, wait, or do we shoot President McKinley? Which was a real historical thing that happened. Don't get me in trouble, YouTube. I guess we'll go with no wait. Oh, okay. Screw it. I forget if I put an option for this. We take the gun and fire up the... Oh, fuck off, NordVPN! Your bullet rips into... Holy shit. Your bullet rips into his flesh and you smile. You have freed the world. Now the dictator of the people... The dictatorship of the people can start. Wait. This voice is new. New and beautiful. With all its grit. You're about to be... You're about to be killed by the crowd. Do you want to die a martyr? Oh, shit. Oh, well. Okay. Do you die? I feel like I didn't figure out... Okay. Okay, good. Okay, we need to do something. We need to become an eye again. Can you tell I might have just played Disco Elysium? I'm sorry. Don't worry, it's been real. The third voice puts sunglasses on. Highway to hell, baby. Hell yeah, I'm ready! Hi, I'm Mike. Draw a penis on the blackboard. Let's start a fire. Do we draw a penis on the blackboard, or do we start a fire? Yes. I draw a very detailed and realistic penis. Hey, I'm pretty good at this. As I looked over at the shocked faces, I realized I have done something bad. I have forgotten to draw a vagina. The teacher lunges towards me. Oh no. A teacher, I have done more than be sexist. The hell? Oh, some kind of school. I'm a student. And that was a crazy thing. I'm sorry, first day nerves? Well, that was a bad way to introduce yourself. Everybody eventually seems to forget, and some sort of history lesson happened. I wonder who... Oh, I guess don't click that. There's nothing there. Where am I? My name is Mike. It's short for something, but I can't even remember what it is. Michelle. That's it. Michelle Jones. I'm new here to the school. And, okay, school. What am I doing? Oh God! I thought I had it. Teacher. Blah, blah. Teacher is talking. This is boring. No, you're cool. You know who you are. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. That's right. I forgot which. Okay, focus on what she's saying. I know it's coming to an end. I surprisingly got quite a bit further in this than I thought I did. Focus on what she's saying. Check your bag. I really don't take care of my bag. Really, you can't. It's just a... Ow! I just stabbed my hand with a knife. Ow. Wait. I did have LSD. Mike, can I help you? Whoa. I was thinking about... have I ever done LSD? Hey, how's it going? Mike on the right. Have you ever danced with the devil in the moonlight? So, have we ever danced with the devil in the moonlight? Yes, no. Ask Mike on the left. I don't know if you can tell. I was very bored during the pandemic. And I'm pretty sure... Is this the... Oh no, it keeps going on. This went on for a while. The devil! The devil! The devil! Hey, how's it going? That deal tried to... I bet I said, the deal I tried to make with you didn't work out. Parents still got divorced. And that's it. That's where it ends. So that was the visual novel I made. There's a few other things it does. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Miss Big Brain. Miss Big Brain, I bet you can look into the void without it looking back into you. I think. Yes. No, you did not. I want to. Hey, how's it going? Oh, hey, the void. Can I help you? Our cheeks get flushed. Are you single, void? The void's cheeks get flushed. Yes. Kiss the void. We start to make out. Our lips begin to stretch across the entire universe. We cry from the pleasure of it all. We will never be this happy again. Oh God. Also, we're about to die. Oh God. I don't want to die. You want to weasel out of this? No, I'm brave. As you're about to die, you close your eyes. Yeah. What was that? No, I want to be ambassador to France. Oh my. Oh. Okay, so I did this again. Sorry, this is terrible. I'm just laughing at my own jokes now. Paul. Oh, there goes President James Abram Garfield. Mr. President, I want to be ambassador of France. James Abram Garfield. Mad as a hatter. Shoot him. Shoot him. No one talks to us like that. We don't want to shoot people. Shoot him. You shoot him and feel really bad about it. James was a progressive guy. Well, you feel awful. I just need to get out of this. Okay. Yeah. And then. And then. I think if I remember correctly, all of the endings were supposed to all of the starts were supposed to lead with her essentially trying to assassinate the president. And then some. It always goes. I don't know where I was going with it. It was. Okay, I'm excited. You're not going to give me a virus, are you? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It amused me. I thought it might amuse. I have a general rule with like comedy is that if it amuses me, I think it'll amuse somebody. It may amuse somebody else. Oh, the Ren. Oh, yours is probably going to look better than mine. I'm surprised, like, Tyranno isn't, like, the... Extract all, okay. Isn't... it's... Oh, come on, run, you... Okay. There it is. Okay, let's see this. I'm sure yours is so much better than mine. With actual music and stuff. Okay. After months of looking for apartments, rooms, small houses, I finally managed to move out. And it's time to unpack some boxes. How exciting. That's so funny. That makes me laugh. That's legitimately funny. This is literally me when I moved out. He can't even make an egg. He's so mean to Lampy. I like her. Is this the start of a romantic arc? Well, then it's very true. I like this. This is fun. No notes. I got no notes for this. This is a fun. This is funny. Yes. Is that it? Oh no, I want to do the opposite choice. Oh. Very sneaky. Did I mention I had COVID not that long ago? Yeah.
Pity him. Is that it? There we go. Well, that was so fun. Did it ever officially get released? Well, it isn't as beautiful as mine, of course, the one I was just fucking around with. But that was actually really cool. No, that's a really cool. That was a really cool game. I like it. I like the style too. Let's see. I just want to see what the last choice is, because I know I did something for up. You know what? You're right. You should try and get them down. So it's like you should. The narrator says you should try and get them down. And, all right. My dad has a gun. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's. I remember I didn't do that much for that one. Oh yeah. Well, I probably will call it close. I'll call it here. I don't know, like, what the future of these like streams will be. I'm a little bit, like you guys are cool. I don't know. I think the troll is done. I'm not sure. I kind of cut him off from doing anything, and we'll see. Like, I don't know, but dealing with that, truth be told, it made me, not thrilled to be part of this whole system again. Like, it kind of made me go like, I don't know. I like you guys. I like hanging out with you guys. But constantly having to like deal with stuff like that, and it happens so many it's happened before, and it will probably happen again. Makes me not super enthusiastic about continuing to do it in the way I'm doing it. I don't know. We'll see. This might turn into a podcast. I'm not totally sure yet. But yeah, and this has usually been like a place for me to like just hang out and have fun, and that kind of killed that, because now I'm like, I'm jumpy. So we'll see what happens. But I mean, I have an unstoppable need to create. So like create and show people things I create. So it's like I won't stop doing internet stuff, but I just don't know what form that might take at some point. I don't know if it'll stay this form forever. So, because I was thinking, this trip, I really sat there and thought, maybe I just want to start getting a normal job. But I was like, no, I can't stop myself. So I have to, but I have to channel like that desire into like a more. I have to decide what I want to do with that like instinct. So we'll see.
we'll see. We'll see what happens. No, it's great talking to you. See you around, everybody. I think I'm still on YouTube.